Hey, what's going on again, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. John here with North Texas Ceramic Coatings and Detailing of DFW. Going to do a test spot on this 2021 Tesla Model Y. Like I stated in a previous video, all the Teslas I have ever done have always been soft or medium leaning soft. And as I found out here, this thing was anything but soft. And after I figured out what combination I wanted to use and I got started, I really started to second guess myself. Because yes, I made a dent in this test spot here. I'm like, oh, this will be great. And as I ended up learning, it was going to be anything but. On all the previous Teslas that I've done, I've always used the Euro finishing pad or a yellow foam pad and your typical one-step polish, whether that would be 3D1, Angel Wax Regenerate, or in this case I am using the DIY Detail Gold Standard Polish. I apologize if I still sound like I'm underwater. I'm still getting over the remnants of this cold, and it's either that or the cedar fever that's here. Maybe I have them both, but I don't want to say it's not fun, but it's not fun. And I will be using a rinseless dampened towel to help remove whichever compound that I use. I started recently doing this and I kind of fell in love with how easy it was to remove whatever compound or polish you're using. I don't know if it would work good with 3D1 or not, because 3D1 is super oily. I wanted to step up in aggression. I grabbed a Euro 50/50 pad to see if I could make a bigger dent in the damage that was in this hood. Just like anything else, you're going to do a crisscross pattern equal to 2 passes. This is sped up double time, so I am actually going slower than it shows that I'm going. And at first glance here, I'm looking at it, I pretty much thought, yep, that's the ticket, we're going to roll with that. And I don't know if it's going to come through on the camera here, but I will bring you in for a first-person view here. And as I started to polish this hood, it just didn't seem like I was making a dent all of a sudden. And you'll see here, as I go around this, I will go up in aggression with, I even go from the gold standard polish to Angel Wax Regenerate, and then I actually jump up even with more aggression. I even jump up here on the other side of the hood, and we'll get to that in a minute, but I jump up in aggression with Angel Wax Resurrection, a heavy cut compound. And I could not believe how hard the clear coat was with this thing. I don't know if it's had no protection ever, and that crust that they talk about that is on the top layer of clear coat is so thick and hard from the lack of protection that it made it bare to polish. But there are some clear coats, I don't care if they're solvent based or water based or UV based or however they're cured and what they are actually made of. there's no way to get around it with either doing a two-step, or if they're hard enough and the damage is severe enough, you may end up having to wet sand to remove certain defects. And you got to remember, when you're wet sanding, you're not wet sanding out the defects, you're wet sanding the clear coat down even with the defects. So you're essentially removing a lot more clear coat more aggressively. So if you're going to wet sand, you absolutely have to be putting a coating on, and you have to know what you're doing. And as you saw, I showed the regenerate bottle. I jumped up on this section of the hood to Angel Wax Regenerate. I wasn't for sure if it made a bigger dent than the gold standard polish or not. So I decided to bust out the Angel Wax Resurrection and do the other part of this hood. And see how it looked. If the clear coat was hard like I thought it was, it would be able to remove more defects and not leave any haze behind because it was hard. And that, I found out, was not the case. It left just a skosh of haze behind and really didn't remove any more defects than what I had removed with either the Regenerate or the gold standard polish. And that's when I came to the realization that, hey, this is a rental. It's already beat up. Let's just knock it down to doing a paint enhancement because, like I said, it's a rental. You're not going to take the days upon days to make it a showpiece when it's just going to get beat to shit again. It didn't get beat to shit when I had it, but whoever rents it after me is most likely just going to beat the shit out of the finish. You know, it's really got some battle scars. It's got a dent in the right passenger quarter panel, and it's got some just gnarly scratches in it. I was kind of shocked how beat up this thing was after I got it washed in that other video. So I decided to just keep rolling around the vehicle. After I tried Resurrection here on that spot, I just ultimately decided just to roll with the Euro 5050 and the gold standard polish, because we were most likely just going to do an enhancement on this vehicle to bring out the gloss and clarity and just make it as shiny as possible. This might be the first time I've ever coated a vehicle and left a shitload of scratches behind and marks, knowing that it is a rental. It's not a showpiece. It is what it is. And sometimes you just have to roll with what it gives you and what's best for the vehicle itself. So I'm going to go back over these spots here that I used the Resurrection on, get rid of a little bit of haze that was left behind. It was just not worth the time and effort to try to make this a showpiece. It's sad. I didn't want to do it this way, but and after I got this coated and I got it outside, it's what I like to call a 1-footer. From 1 foot away or further, you will not see a single thing on this thing, and this thing looks like a shiny piece of red glass. And once you get looking, you will see this thing was absolutely beat up. It's so beat up that I don't even know if you could wet sand them all out. I mean, that's how beat up it is. So now that I know I'm going to roll with the gold standard polish around the vehicle, I'm going to get around this thing, and we're going to get to the footage of applying the APP from C6, the adhesion promoter polish, to help prolong the longevity and help the coating attach itself. Or in this case, it's supposed to help with the C6 coatings. The coating goes into the clear coat, and you actually see it disappear on top of the finish, which is really amazing. And here I have my Protomex polisher from Amazon. This little thing works great. I did a review on this in my last video. I'll put a link to it in the description below. This thing works great for C6 APP. With APP, you need to use a polisher with an 8mm throw or less because there is a little bit of ceramic in the adhesion promoter polish. If you have a large throw, you will actually make that cure while you're applying it. As you can see here, I'm using no pressure whatsoever. I am letting the polisher do the work for me. With the red waffle jeweling pad from DIY, there's literally no cut on that pad at all. There's no aggression. You're just jeweling the surface and applying the APP at the same time. For those of you that have not seen this process done before, this is your panel prep step. After this, you do not need to use a panel prep. You know, I like to APP the whole vehicle and then wipe it all off at once. You can use it on glass, you can use it on raw plastic trim, the headlights, the taillights, use it on the entire vehicle. As you can see, I'm not wasting any time. Move right around the vehicle. You do not clean this pad off with the pad washer in between passes. It needs to stay dry, except for the APP. And you're going to use very little APP to go around this vehicle. You start off with 3 drops, as you saw when I first started. And then you keep going until you see, you know, nothing left behind from the pad. And then you just add 2 drops. And I flew around this thing in about 11.5 minutes. I apologize, you're not going to see all the footage. I thought I had a zoomed out view, and I just got in the zone and went around the vehicle and then realized that was just the shot of me in the hood, and I failed. It is what it is, folks. So you can all call me a dumbass. Please do it in the comment section below and tell me I'm a dumbass. I don't know if you heard that or not, but that was my lovely other half. You know, that's the Valentine's Day gift that I get, is her calling me a dumbass. So you can all laugh your asses off at that kind of nonsense. But anyways, I digress. That's another story in a bottle of bourbon or a 6-pack of your choice. Usually a good craft beer. But I get around this thing with the APP. For this particular vehicle, we're going to use the DIY 5-year coating. I figured it was the best coating suited for this particular vehicle because it's just going to get the snot beat out of it again. And hopefully the video picks this up as I am applying this coating here to the hood. Going to have to prime the applicator first. You put about 8 to 10 drops in the applicator, and then subsequent times that you add the coating, you're only going to add like 2 or 3 drops. And except for this part here, is I needed to work the coating into the applicator. Normally I would make a box first and then fill it in. And as you'll see as I keep going, that's exactly what I do. Now that the applicator is primed, I outline my panel in quadrants and fill in your box. And I don't know if the angle is going to pick this up or not, but you know this particular coating is ready to remove when 50% of it, at least 50% of it, disappears into the panel that you're working on. And it really does disappear. And it also kind of looks like an oil slick on water in parts, but it mainly disappears. I had this entire panel coated and done in a little over 2 minutes. You take your low nap towel, and level the coating off. And since 50% of it's gone, it's practically all leveled and gone, you know, with your first wipe. And then you grab your high nap, you know, usually a minimum of 450 GSM, and that's your security wipe. And I got around this hood in no time. And then I will show you time-lapse video of me going around the vehicle, because this video is already almost 20 minutes long, and I didn't want to make it 40. Those are hard videos to watch, in my opinion. I like to try to keep them at 20 minutes and under, because everybody wants everything all at once right now these days. You can even tell from this side angle of the time-lapse the amount of gloss that is already on the vehicle just from the enhancement and the APP. I mean, this thing is going to look great outside, but it's still going to be beat up. It was the first time I've ever coated a scratchy vehicle like this, because I do strive for perfection on some level without damaging the clear coat. There are the occasional scratch or two that you might have to wet sand out, and if you're applying a coating, it's not a big deal. And in no time at all, I was around this thing. I think the total time I had in this was between 6 and 8 hours total from start to finish. But like I said, I knew that, you know, we made an adjustment, you know, that it was just going to be an enhancement, and that helped speed up the process. I got around this vehicle in no time then. And here's the end results. I pulled it outside after an hour, and this is what it looked like. As you can see, this thing is shiny, reflective. It looks freaking amazing. So what is everybody's thoughts? How does this thing look? Once again, my name is John. We are North Texas Ceramic Coatings and Detailing of DFW. Appreciate everybody watching our videos. We will see everybody in the next video. See y'all soon.